let's say you're over 21 and it's a Friday night. You got three options. You can go hang out with your friends at the movies. You can go hang out with your friends and play video games. Or you can go hang out with your friends at a bar. Most people that I know, if they were given those three options, would say that they were only really given one. We have this habit in our society to make alcohol look cool. You got shows like How I Met Your Mother where the characters spend the majority of their time discussing their problems and hanging out at the bar, because that's where you're supposed to hang out with your friends, meet new people, and overall have a good time at the bar. But at that same place, you can end up binge drinking, and because of that, lose your inhibitions, and because of that, end up in a stranger's bed the next day with a hangover. Let's just hope you put your condom on. People need to realize that you can hang out with your friends and meet new people without having to go to a bar. Lots of teenagers try to sneak into bars because they see adults going and they say, well, adults do it, so it must be cool. You guys need to understand what people usually do when they're at a bar, and also what they say when they're at a bar. Usually, people want to talk about how drunk they are, how many drinks that they've had so far in order to get as drunk as they are right now, whether or not they want to play drinking games to get more drunk, or tell you stories about them and their friends in which they've gotten drunk. Now trust me, that might seem fun for the first couple of weeks, but after a while it gets old. The more time you spend in the bar, the less it becomes a social event and the more it becomes a drinking competition. People love, and I mean love, to outdrink their friends. They get some sort of accomplishment of being able to not get inebriated or puke before their friends do. It's a test of manhood that makes no sense. A real test of manhood would be to go out with your friends to the bar and 10 minutes in realize that, well, hey, it might not be the best idea to drink 10 beers in 10 minutes. Maybe I should take it easy tonight. I'm not going to drink, guys. And say this to your friends, realizing that by saying this, you could be the party pooper. Our logic is so backwards that not only do we barely acknowledge the people who have the willpower to say, I'm not going to drink, but we don't even really classify alcohol as a drug. People use it to self-medicate. They'll drink 5, 10 beers at the bar, and instead of getting a designated driver or a taxi driver, they'll drive themselves home. They'll drive 100 miles per hour on the highway, and they'll kill an innocent bystander in the process, and themselves. But they knew before they even put the key in the ignition that this could have happened. And at the same time, alcohol is not a drug, it's not an addiction. For crying out loud, we get on drug dealers for selling cocaine, selling heroin, marijuana, shrooms, whatever drug you can think of, because drugs destroy people's lives. We get on the cigarette owner or the cigarette companies, because cigarettes destroy people's lives. But nobody gets on the bartender. Nobody gets on the bar owner. Nobody gets on the delicatessen owner that sells alcohol, even though they also sell something that destroys people's lives. In fact, for bartenders, we've got bartending school for them. You don't want to go to college and have a career in finance, law, or health? Go to bartending school, make a martini, and use that martini to destroy people's lives for 30 or 40 years. The only reason that I can think that somebody would get on the cocaine dealer, which they sell something that destroys people's lives, but nobody gets on the bartender, is because cocaine is illegal and alcohol is not. Now, I'm not saying that alcohol should be illegal. What I'm saying is that once you do that, once you make it legal, subconsciously people are going to think that it's okay to do it. It's okay to binge drink. It's okay to do it every week or twice a week or 3 times a week because it's legal. And when you make it legal, those people who take advantage of it and don't really understand the negative side of overdrinking, binge drinking or whatever, they might turn into alcoholics. Those people might actually, because again, they don't really understand the negative sides of alcohol, might drive drunk and then end up killing somebody on the highway. So, to wrap things up, alcohol is considered to be a great thing that has no side effects because it is something that is legal and it's also promoted. You've got television ads and magazine ads where the people in the commercial are hanging out with their boys at the bar on a Friday night, and they're also meeting the new chick at the bar. Or in the girl's case, they're meeting the new guy at the bar, which is what everybody wants. They want to hang out with their friends. They want to meet new people that they could possibly get laid with. And that's true. But if for every ad that made alcohol look positive had a negative ad right next to it, an ad that had you pass out on the floor because you drank too much, or throwing up in your friend's toilet because you drank too much, or ending up beating your wife and kids because you're an alcoholic and you drank too much because it's a drug, then perhaps people would handle alcohol a little more responsibly.